A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back once again to my channel. So today, it's March 26th, and what I got to talk about today is that about a month and a half ago, you'll be happy to know that I was able to really expand my horizons and buy myself Correct Toes toe spacers. Now, to talk about them and my experiences with them so far, I could say for sure that I really have a lot of high hopes for them. Because as it turns out, I have worn these for about 40 minutes yesterday. And what I can tell already is that I'm really excited to have the right kind of anatomical foot shape. And I'm also really excited to never have the kind of pain that I typically feel with wearing shoes ever again. And simply because since I have actually been using such shoes out there, like Lems, Vibrams, Ultra, and a few others out there, it's very apparent, as a matter of fact, that at the same time that I'm wearing anatomical shoes out there, as well as Injinjis, on a daily basis, I feel like that this was actually going to really enhance my efforts to shaping the world itself with its point of view on footwear in our culture. And now there are actually people out there who happen to feel the same way as I do, and I can tell you for sure, Dr. Ray McClanahan sure has a brilliant mind on all of this. And I can tell you for sure that both of these they're of course made of a medical grade silicone, which can actually allow for comfort and good fit to be used. Although I can tell you for sure that the many things about this that I can identify already is that there are so many different ways to customize them. Now, customizing these spacers can pretty much vary with whatever kind of problems you have during your experience. Now, from what I've done my research on so far, the spacers themselves have two different cavities which will allow for shims or materials that you can slide in the slots, which can allow for bunion alignment as well as some straightening and strengthening of your foot muscles. Now, in particular, I'm not entirely sure if I'd have to use these, but in case if I do, then well, I guess it probably all depends if I'm actually on the verge of having a lump on the side of the foot, which would appear to be a bunion over time. But in general, I'm not feeling anything like that. Nor am I feeling the kind of pain that would generally be felt by anyone who is actually getting a bunion. And the same would probably go with the types of hammer toes, crooked toes, anything of the sort that can also be helped with these spacers. Now, another big thing about the spacers themselves that I happen to pretty much enjoy is that aside from the great amount of customization that you can put on these, and aside from the fact that they happen to be one of the only spacers out there that you can probably wear inside of footwear, because it even says so on its packaging. It's meant to be used while being active, weight bearing, and wanting to reverse certain effects of conventional footwear, but not while you're actually sleeping or in bed. And I do see this as kind of, well, a not so good opportunity out there, because most of the time whenever I'm working on my channel, I happen to be sitting down and editing some videos out there. But in terms of some things that I happen to stand up and do stuff on, I do think that it would be alright for me to wear these around and in the short intervals of where I'm walking or jogging to certain parts of, well, anywhere that I go, then I suppose these would be a great idea to have these on. But at this time, I'm not really sure about that whole aspect of it. Though I can tell you that there are a few cons to go along with this as well. Because the price for these is $65. Now, I was able to get a little discount on these when I bought these in a Performance Running Outfitters joint in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Now, I bought these over a month ago, and I can tell you for sure that since I bought these, I'm just very stunned with how I've been wearing these. But, I mean, that's pretty much just one of the big cons out there. There's not a lot of opportunities to where I could be outside, active, and weight bearing. That is, unless I probably head over to a Planet Fitness near me, or if I certainly walked outside. But most of the time whenever I walk outside, I do have to spend a few hours out there, so. And I guess one big con about this is that, well, they recommend you to use it at a slow pace. They want you to start at around half an hour or so. This is according to the packaging as well, because its included owner's manual happens to talk about a few things about how to correctly use these, and of course the fact that it also doubles as its own supersized pamphlet, which can actually allow for a lot of different customized abilities here. It does show a complete use and care process, as well as a few different other aspects about them. Now, this actually looks like a lot of fun to read. But in general, though, wearing them in shoes, it can be a hard opportunity as well, because there aren't really a lot of shoes out there that you could get or wear these inside of. But luckily there is a page on their website that shows a complete list of footwear that is allowable for correct toes to be used while you're wearing the shoes. Now, as a matter of fact, shoes, boots, and even sandals have to be included in the correct toes approved list of footwear. So in general, that could definitely mean that I would have a huge list of shoes to look out for. And I do in fact plan on buying more correct toes approved shoes out there, just so I'd be able to keep wearing these and to totally get my money's worth. At this very time though, I feel like that this is a great opportunity for me to explain that aside from all the pros and cons I've got with these, I just love them. There's probably a lot of people out there who are like saboteurs, and they happen to talk a lot of negativity about these because they're, well, something that people don't normally look upon. But I'd say get yourself a pair of these in different sizes, because these ones are the large size, which can fit to a size 12, and I'm usually 11 or 11 and a half, so they fit me perfectly, and I don't really have any need to trim off any pieces or the like because of some discomfort or the like, because they happen to fit just fine. So that's pretty much all I got to say about the Correct Toes toe spacers. And keep in mind, I do have a lot more that I want to talk about my own footwear itself, but as of now, I could confirm that there actually could be some more on the way very soon. Probably another one by mid-April. So with all that being said, I do hope that you enjoy my content and whatnot. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.